Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. Fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wal fajri wa layalin ashrin wa shaf'i wal watr. Sadaqallahu al-azim. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the tawfiq and the ability to come early to His house to listen to the words of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. As we know, we have entered the month of Dhu'l Hijjah. The month of Dhu'l Hijjah is the last month of the Islamic calendar. Literally, it means the month of Hajj. This is what Dhu'l Hijjah means, the month of Hajj. Obviously, this name of the month indicates that the great annual of worship of Hajj, which people do in the month of Dhu'l Hijjah, is performed in this month. For this reason, it has a peculiar significance as compared to other months of the year. It has a special fazilat compared to other months in the year because of this, because of the Hajj which people perform. Some specific merits and rules, inshallah, we will mention them as we go along. The first is that with regards to the first 10 days of Dhu'l Hijjah, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that there is no day which is more beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala than Him being worshipped on the 10 days of Dhu'l Hijjah. Each fast of these days is equivalent in reward to fasting for one whole year. And each night standing up in prayer, making qiyam in the night, is equivalent to making qiyam on the night of Laylatul Qadr, the night of power. This is a riwayah of Tirmizi and Ibn Majah. आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया है कि कोई दिन ऐसा नहीं है जो अल्लाह सुब्हानहु व तआला को ज़्यादा महबूब है कि उन 10 दिनों में उनकी इबादत की जाए, कि उन दिनों में सवाब इतना होता है कि एक दिन का रोज़ा जैसा रोज़ा रखना है पूरे साल के लिए, और एक रात का क़ियाम अल्लाह सुब्हानहु व तआला के सामने रोना, इबादत करना, नमाज पढ़ना, ज़िक्र करना, तिलावत करना, रात में क़ियाम करना, ऐसा सवाब देता है जैसे कि लैलतुल क़द्र में क़ियाम और इबादत करना। तो कितनी बड़ी फजीलत है कि पहले 10 दिन ज़ुल हिज्जा में इतना सवाब मिलता है। This is why every Muslim, he should, value this time, this opportunity that a person has on the first 10 days of Dhu'l Hijjah. Try and fast on these days. However, fasting on these days is optional. It is not farz or anything, but it's optional. If a person does fast, he will attain that reward where he will not able to gain it at any other time. And the same way, making ibadat at night as well, he will not able to gain this reward at any other time during the year. So a person should try. If he cannot make ibadat the whole night, then wake a little bit earlier before Fajr namaz, as it is now in winter. Fajr is late. Try and wake up a little bit earlier and make a little bit ibadat. And inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us that reward as well. Then, in the first 10 days of Dhu'l Hijjah, the 9th day of Dhu'l Hijjah, which is called the day of Yawm al-Arafah. This is the day when the Hajis, the pilgrims, assemble on one plain, Arafat, which is 6 miles away from Makkah al-Mukarramah, where they perform the most essential part of the prescribed duties of Hajj, namely the wukuf. A person has to make wukuf of Arafah. Every Haji has to go to Arafah. If a person does not go to Arafah, then his Hajj is not accepted. That is why you see even a person, if he's sick, he's on the bed, he can't move, they will take that person with a helicopter. So he has done wukuf of Arafah. So all the Hajis will go to the plain of Arafah, which is the day of Yawm al-Arafah. This year it will fall on Thursday, the day before Eid. Thursday is the day of Arafah, meaning coming Thursday in a week's time. Now with regards to the fasting on the day of Yawm al-Arafah, for those who are not performing Hajj, it is mustahab, desirable for them to fast on this day. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has emphasized this fast, has stressed upon it as mustahab, as a desirable act. According to a hadith, the fast of this day becomes a cause of forgiveness for his sins committed in 1 year. जो आदमी यौम अल-अरफा के दिन पर रोज़ा रखता है तो उसके गुनाह पूरे साल के लिए माफ़ किए जाते हैं। जो पिछले साल से यौम अरफा तक उस साल तक उसके गुनाह माफ़ किए जाते हैं। तो कितनी फ़ज़ाइल है कि इस दिन पर रोज़ा रखने का, इस दिन का रोज़ा मुस्तहब है. It is desirable, stressed upon. It is not farad or anything, but it is mustahab. So we should try, if we can't fast on any of the other 10 days, any of the days of the Dhul Hijjah, try at least to keep the fast on the day of Arafah. When is the day of Arafah? The day of Arafah again is on Thursday. So we should try and keep fast on that Thursday. Then also, with regards to Takbir al-Tashriq. What is Takbir al-Tashriq? As from the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, which is the day of Arafah, on Thursday, Fajr time, from Fajr Salah till the Asr of 13th Dhul Hijjah. When will the Asr of 13th Dhul Hijjah be? Next Monday. Next Monday till Asr Salah, including Asr Salah. So from Thursday, Fajr Salah, till next Monday, Asr Salah, which is Thursday, Friday, meaning Eid day, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 3 Salah. 23 Salah. After 23 Salah, you should recite Takbir al-Tashriq. What is Takbir al-Tashriq? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. The meaning of it is, Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest. There is no ilah, there is no God but Allah. And Allah is the greatest, Allah is the greatest, and to Allah belongs all praise. So we have to recite this takbir. It is wajib to recite it once after every salah. For the males, they should recite it in a loud voice. Whether a person, he's reading his salah with jama'ah, or whether a person, he had, for some reason, he read his salah at home, it is wajib for the person to recite the takbir al-tashriq aloud. And for the woman, it is also wajib upon them to recite it. So when they perform salah at home, they should recite it in a low voice, not aloud like the males. They should recite it in a low voice. So that is with regards to Takbir al-Tashriq. So again, running through the fadail. One is with regards to the first 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. We should try and fast on these days. If we fast, you will get the reward as though a person has fasted. One fast on these 10 days is equivalent to fasting for a whole year. The other is that a person who makes qiyam and ibadat at the night, in one of the nights of the 10 of Dhul Hijjah, then he will get the reward as making ibadat on the night of Laylatul Qadr. One other thing to remember also, on the day of Eid, there is no fasting. It is haram to fast on the day of Eid. So besides the day of Eid, on Friday, a person does not fast. Besides these days, he can fast. Also, one other fadail, which comes in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, the person who stays awake on the night of Eid, on the night of both Eids, preceding both Eids, his heart will be awake when all other hearts will be dead. This I mentioned in the previous Eid before that as well. The night before the Eid. In other words, on Thursday night. The night Eid is going to be on Friday. So on Thursday night, a person who stays awake and makes ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before the 2 nights of both Eids, then his heart will not die on that day when everybody else's heart will be dead. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep his heart alive. Some ulama mention what is the meaning by this is that when the sur will be brown, the day of Qiyamah, everyone's hearts will become unconscious. But his heart, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep it alive. So this is the fadilat of making ibadat before the Eid. Now, as this is the last Jummah before Eid namaz, so I thought that we will mention with regards to some aspects of Eid, what we should do for Eid. Because if I come and mention it on Jummah, then Eid namaz is already finished. So we should know what we should do before Eid. When Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam used to leave on the Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha to the Musalla, the place of the prayer, to Eid namaz, the first thing he did was to perform salah. That was the first thing he did. He then turned and stood facing the people who remained sitting in their rows, and then exhorted them, advised them, and ordered them. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first thing he used to do when he used to go to the Eidgah is perform the salah. So this is the sunnah of Rasulullah. The first thing we do is we perform the Eid salah. Thereafter Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would ascend the pulpit and he would give the khutbah. So the same way as well as the Imam does in Eid salah, after performing the Eid salah, then he will go on the pulpit and we listen to the khutbah. Some of the sunnats of Eid al-Adha. One is to awaken earlier than usual. That on the day of Eid, we should try and wake up a little bit earlier than we usually wake up. Second is to brush the teeth with miswak. We should try and brush our teeth with miswak. The third is to have a ghusl, bath. On the day of Eid, we should try and have a bath, ghusl lena. तो पहला ये कि थोड़ा सा जल्दी उठना दूसरे दिनों के बनिस्बत, दूसरा ये कि मिसवाक करना, और तीसरा ये कि ग़ुस्ल करना. The fourth is to be well dressed in an Islamic manner. अच्छे कपड़े पहनना, जिसके इस्लामी लिबास पहनना, शलवार कमीज, जुब्बा, टोपी, इमामा, ऐसे लिबास पहनना. सूट एंड टाई नहीं पहनना. ये इस्लामी लिबास नहीं है. This suit and tie is not Islamic clothing. Islamic clothing, we should try and inculcate our Islamic culture. You know, our culture, sad to say, because living in the environment, we have lost our Islamic culture. So our Islamic way of dressing, we should inculcate this into our life. Try and inculcate each and every sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam into our lives. Another sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to do on the day of Eid al-Adha is to use itar. Itar ko istimal karna, perfume. To perform the Eid namaz at the Eidgah. Eidgah में नमाज पढ़ना. हमारे मुल्क में जाते हैं तो वहाँ ईदगाह में नमाज पढ़ते हैं. Here, obviously, due to some to circumstances, the weather and all that, we perform it in the namaz, in the masjid. So wherever we are performing the Eid salah, we should perform it at that place. Alhamdulillah, certain places in England also perform it in the Eidgah. You go to Leicester, they hire out the park and make a big tent, and they perform Eid Salah there together. So wherever we can, we should, inshallah. Number 8, avoid eating before Eid namaz on the day of Eid al-Adha. Koi cheez ko nahi khana Eid namaz se pehle, Eid al-Adha. Why? The first thing a person should actually eat on the day of Eid al-Adha is the qurbani meat. जो कुर्बानी हम करते हैं वो गोश्त सबसे पहले खाना, और वो ईद नमाज के बाद. So that is why we should refrain from eating the sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He didn't eat anything before Eid al-Adha namaz. In Eid al-Fitr, he would have something sweet, a date or something. In Eid al-Adha, he didn't used to eat anything before the Eid salah. To go to the place of namaz early, jahan namaz, Eid namaz hogi, waha jalli jana. To walk to the place of Eid namaz, if it is within walking distance. कि जहाँ नमाज ईद की नमाज पढ़ी जा रही है वहाँ चल के जाना. अगर दूर रह रहे हैं तो कोई बात नहीं, गाड़ी के साथ आओ, कहीं पार्क कर लो और थोड़ा सा चल के आओ. But if we are close by, not too far away, a few blocks away, walk to the masjid. To read aloud the takbirat on the way to the place of namaz. When you are coming for the Eid namaz, to read the takbir that I mentioned, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, wa lillahi alhamd. To read it aloud when you are coming for Eid namaz. To use different routes going and returning from the place of Eid namaz. So when you're coming from home, to take one route, and you're going home, take another route. So if you live the block away, come one way of the street and go the other way. When a person walks to the Eidgah, to and from the Eidgah, the Malaikas make safs, rows, and they greet the people going for Eid namaz. To frequently read the takbeers, zyada takbir ko zyada padna. It is forbidden to read any nafil namaz in the Eidgah either before or after the namaz. कोई नफिल नमाज नहीं पढ़ना जहाँ ईद नमाज पढ़ी जा रही है वहाँ ईद नमाज से पहले या उसके बाद कोई नफिल नमाज नहीं पढ़ना. So you don't come to the masjid and think, I'm going to read Tahiyatul Masjid or Tahiyatul Wudu now. No, the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not to perform any nafil salah before or after the Eid namaz in the masjid. However, to read 2 rakats nafil salah on reaching home, the Sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was जब वो घर वापस जाते थे तो घर में दाखिल होकर पहले 2 रकात नफिल नमाज पढ़ते थे. So this is the Sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So imagine if we do it in this way, how many sunnahs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam we will be inculcating, and for each sunnah you will be getting a reward. It is wajib incumbent on those present to listen to the khutbah. It is totally prohibited, haram, to walk around, talk, or even read namaz while the khutbah is in progress. जो खुतबा ईद नमाज के बाद होती है. Similar for even Jumma namaz as well. It is compulsory that a person listens to the khutbah attentively. Whether he understands Arabic or not, you should listen to it with attention. Not fiddle around with our fingers, 1 minute doing this, another minute looking at our phone, talking to the person next to us, walking around. No, you come for Jumma namaz or you come for Eid namaz, you sit down where there is place. Sit down where there is place. In the place in front, fill in the gap and sit down. And listen to the khutbah attentively. It is even prohibited to do any form of dhikr. Cannot make zikr while the khutbah is going on. It is incorrect and indeed not the sunnah practice of our beloved Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam to shake hands or hug, make mu'anaka after the Eid namaz. This we all get wrong. हम सब गलत करते हैं. जब ये वक्त आता है हम गलत कर लेते हैं. That it is incorrect and wrong. It is not the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to make mu'anaka, hug, and to make musafaha after the Eid namaz at the place of Eid. Salam we should make all the time. Not that आदमी हमारे बाजू में 2 घंटे से पहले बैठ रहा है, हमने सलाम नहीं किया, मुआनका नहीं किया, फौरन ईद नमाज खत्म हुई, 3 times. What are we doing? We're just doing it for the sake of doing it. Well, this I mentioned before one of the years as well. How should a person do musafa and how should a person do mu'anaka? मुआनका गले को गले के साथ लगाना है, मुबातना नहीं है, पेट से लगाना. गले से लगाना है और एक मर्तबा. Right hand side or left hand side? Right hand side better. And musafaha, to shake a person's hands with 2 hands like this, joining them together. Musafaha. And you squeeze the daylights out of the person's hand. Or when you're hugging him, you squeeze him that you're going to break his back and his bones. This is not mu'anaka and musafaha. So in everything that we do, we have to make sure we do it according to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we do it according to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will be getting reward. And if we do anything, even if it is ibadat भी हो, लेकिन हमने सुन्नत के खिलाफ किया है, तो उसके लिए कोई सवाब नहीं मिलेगा. That if we do anything, even if we do ibadat, but we don't do it according to the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we will not get reward for it because we are doing it wrong. So it is very important, everything we do in deen, don't understand it wrongly. And not prohibiting that, you shouldn't make musafa and you shouldn't make mu'anaka. But I am just explaining to you what is the actual sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Our ustad said, chalo. So people normally, they don't even make salam to each other. So the whole year, twice a year at least, they make salam and they make mu'anaka, they meet each other. So let them make salam and mu'anaka for the 2 days of Eid at least, because the whole year they don't make salam to each other and make mu'anaka to each other. But salam should be every time. Whenever we meet each other, whether you know the person or not, you should make salam to the person. You are walking in the street, you see a Muslim, make salam to him. The Sahaba radiallahu anhum used to make salam so much that they say when a tree used to come in between, two Sahabi were walking together, a tree used to come in between, they would make salam together again. I've seen it, even some of our asatiza, they would do salam so much that if you are together walking with them and you are talking to them, made salam, you met them, and then you are going to sit in the car. You have got into the car one side, he has got into the car other side, sat inside. Then also you used to make salam again. So we should try and make salam excessively. Rasulullah says, Ashu salama bainakum. Spread salam amongst you. Salam will create love and muhabbat, will unite the Muslims. So we should make salam excessively. Salam is a greeting of peace. So these are few things that we have to keep in mind and we have to try and make amal upon. Since we've just got 4 minutes left, I will recap over everything again shortly. Dhul Hijjah has started. The month of Dhul Hijjah is the last month of the Islamic calendar. First 10 days of Dhul Hijjah. If a person fasts on any of the days of the Dhul Hijjah, then he will get the reward as though he has fasted for the whole year. One fast, he will get the reward of fasting for the whole year. If he stands up at night in worship, in making ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, any of these nights, then he will get the reward as though he has made night on the night of Laylatul Qadr for each night. The night preceding Eid, the night before Eid, the person who stays awake and makes ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then his heart will not die on that day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cause everyone's hearts to die. When fazilat. Then Takbir Tashriq, reciting the Takbir, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, Walillahi alhamd. We start on the day of Arafah. When will the day of Arafah fall? It will fall on Thursday, coming Thursday. So coming Thursday, Fajr Salah, you start reading Takbir Tashriq. And when you have to read it till next Monday until Asr Salah, including Asr Salah. So Thursday, coming Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, Fajr, Zohar, Asr. So that is 23 Salah. After 23 Salah, you recite Takbir Tashriq. To recite Takbir Tashriq is wajib upon every person. So the males, after performing Salah, you read it aloud. Whether you read it, your namaz in masjid, everybody should perform the namaz in masjid. But if they have read it at home or they are on a journey or wherever it is, then they should still read it aloud. And for women, they should recite it quietly in a soft tone to themselves. Then the day of Arafah, also fasting on the day of Arafah, the fadila of that. When is the day of Arafah? Who remembers? Thursday. Thursday is the day of Arafah this year. So on the day of Arafah, on Thursday, a person who will fast, then the reward of that is that his sins for the entire year will be forgiven. And just before we finish, Eid Salah, there will be 2 Eid Salahs. The first Eid Salah will be at 8:15. Sawa 8 ko pehli jamaat hogi. Dusri jamaat 9 baje hogi. The first Eid Salah will take place at 8:15. The second Eid Salah will take place at 9 o'clock. The Salahs will take place on time, inshallah. Try and come a little bit earlier before the time, inshallah. Inshallah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all the tawfiq to make amal on what has been said. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.